People are scared of how powerful they truly are, because the moment you step into your full power, you also accept full responsibility. And when you're truly in control, you lose the ability to blame anyone else. You can't point fingers. You can't say, they did this to me anymore. That's the moment everything changes. And that's also why most people never fully step into their greatness. Because being powerful is heavy. It means owning your story. Every chapter, even the dark ones. It means no more excuses, just accountability, just ownership, just truth. And the truth is this: if you want to fall asleep, the first thing you have to do is pretend you're asleep. And if you want to become the strongest, most confident, most dangerous version of yourself, you have to start by pretending that you already are. That's the first step. Not waiting for it, not hoping for it, but becoming it in advance. You fake nothing. You reveal what's already inside. You don't wait for confidence. You move like you have it. And as you keep moving, the gap between who you are and who you want to be closes. Until one day, you look in the mirror and realize you weren't pretending anymore. You were becoming. You were being. Suffering is a test. Pain is a mirror. It doesn't break you. It reveals you. The truth is, you've survived every bad day, every heartbreak, every failure. You're still here. But when you're in pain, you forget that. When you're suffering, you forget how strong you actually are. You forget what you've already endured. But suffering isn't punishment. It's preparation. Pressure builds diamonds. Fire builds steel. And every rep, every late night, every quiet win you collect in silence is building something bigger than muscles or results. It's building trust in yourself. And that trust is what makes you unbreakable. Stop trying to go back to who you were. That version of you doesn't exist anymore. That version was required to get you here, but it's not equipped to take you where you're going. Let it go and step forward. You are not here to live in your history. You are here to create a future that makes your past jealous. Everything you've lived through gave you tools, not trauma. Stop carrying the weight and start using the wisdom. Because you're not broken, you're being rebuilt. Fear says, what if? Faith says, even if. Fear shows you worst-case scenarios. Faith says, I'll handle it either way. You get to choose which voice wins. You get to decide what story you feed. And the truth is, you don't rise when it gets easy. You rise when it gets hard. You rise in the dark. You rise when no one's clapping. You rise when no one's watching. When there's no camera, no likes, no attention. That's when your character is built. That's when your power is forged. You think you're waiting for the right time, the right sign, the perfect moment. But what if the sign is the fact that you're still here, still breathing, still alive? That means the fight isn't over. That means there's still time to become the person you were born to be. Your future self is waiting. And they're not hoping. They're depending on you to show up. They're begging you to stop running, stop hiding, stop stalling, and start. Not tomorrow, not next week. Right now. You don't need more motivation. You need movement. You don't need hype. You need discipline. That's what builds you. That's what separates the average from the elite. Talent is everywhere. Discipline is rare. Most people quit when it hurts. Most people slow down when it gets boring. Most people wait for someone to save them. But not you. You save yourself. You do it tired. You do it scared. You do it anyway. Because that's what commitment is. Commitment isn't a feeling. It's not something that shows up when you're motivated. It's something you do when you don't feel like it. When you'd rather stay in bed. When you'd rather quit. That's when it counts. That's when it matters most. That's where the real gains are made. In private, in pain, in the quiet. You keep showing up. Not because it's easy, but because it's who you are now. You're not proving them wrong anymore. You're proving yourself right. You are your own evidence. You are your own reason. Your story is your weapon. Your scars are your credentials. You don't hide them. You lead with them. There will be a moment when everything in you says turn back. There will be a day when quitting feels easier than continuing. Everyone has a turn back moment. Most people take it. But not you. You don't turn back. You burn the boats. You kill the backup plan. You stop negotiating with fear. And you start moving with faith. You don't need more time. You need more decisions, more action, more clarity. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting to be picked. You pick yourself. You are the one. You are the chosen. You are the curse breaker. You are the chain breaker. The cycle ends with you. The future begins with you. You keep grinding. You keep pushing. Not because it's guaranteed, but because it's worth it. Because your future deserves the fight. And if you keep going long enough, hard enough, loud enough, one day people will look at you and ask how you did it. And you'll smile. And you'll say, I stopped waiting. I stopped hiding. I stopped doubting. I decided. I committed. I showed up. I bet on me. And that's how I won.